Yo, YouTube, we back at it again, okay? So, starting today, funny story, true story, true story. So, as I'm getting ready to come on and do my little YouTube video, I say, let's go. Getting my energy up, getting pumped because I want to be energetic. I want people to come back and see. I want people to have a good time. I want people to like it. My dog gets up and walks into his cage. That's what I tell him before like bed, like, all right, let's go. He jumps up and goes to bed. So he jumped up and got in his cage for bed. Funny to me, hope it's funny to you. All right, let's get right into it. Got my NC State hat on. They're gonna top what I gotta say. They got some two level one violations and one level two violation, I think it is, regarding Dennis Smith Jr. The recruitment of Dennis Smith Jr. $46,000, over $46,000, a bunch of seats at the games for his family and friends, which I don't understand why that's a violation. Let's see what else he got. Parking passes. That's kind of petty to me. But let's talk about the seats to the game. Now, when I was in college, I never had a problem. Now, I don't remember how I got the tickets, but it wasn't like a bunch. It would be like, I think we got like 4 home tickets. I think it was 4. Sometimes, because the town that my father's from, that I live in when I moved down here from New York, Nevada, sometimes there would be like people, like carloads of people that wanted to come to games. I would say no more than about 10 maybe. So, I mean, sometimes I had to get, those tickets. I don't remember paying for them. So, I don't see why the ticket thing is a violation. Now, the $46,000, you can't do it. But if you're going to punish NC State, wrong is wrong. You're going to punish NC State. You got a lot of other schools that are doing things that I think that the NCAA has turned a blind eye to. I think that administration has turned a blind eye to. Some of the NC State administration may have turned a blind eye to some things. You know what I'm saying? But I just find it kind of petty about the ticket thing and parking passes. I guess for football game, I don't know what it was, but that's kind of silly to me. But I wanted to start off talking about the NC State thing. Again, I do my Facebook Live, and the fans, not fans, but some friends are able. We exchange conversation. Here, I get to kind of just talk and just say. I do that anyway there too, on Facebook. But now I got to kind of talk about it without the help of the fans, because it really helps, or fans and friends that have something to say. It really helps to carry the conversation. So now I got to carry the conversation myself. So, but the NC State thing is real petty to me, other than the $46,000 thing. So, like I said, and I'll end it with this: if they're going to punish NC State, you have to punish these other schools that have done far worse. They've been notified that they're going to be punished. So we'll see what that punishment entails. All right, so next thing, all right, that I'm gonna talk about a little bit. So I'll do my little talking, and then I'm gonna bounce and be out. Hopefully everybody enjoys it. Next thing, U.S. women's soccer team. All right, love what's going on with them right now. So now what they have to do, they have to find a way to keep that momentum going. You know what I'm saying? So the World Cup is not on again for another couple of years. I think it's every 2 years. The Olympics is coming up, though. I think 2020, the Olympics is coming up. So they have to keep that momentum going. Also, I'd love to see, or continue to see, I'm not sure I've seen a lot of it from them, but pay homage to those girls or women, Mia Hamm and them, because I think they got the ball rolling. Mia Hamm them got the ball rolling, because I don't think we really watched a lot of women's soccer before '99. I know I didn't. I knew who Mia Hamm was because she went to UNC. I went to NC State, so I always heard her name around here, and I happened to meet her one time. Funny story. Met her one time. I met Firehouse Subs. I got the picture. I have to post the picture to show it to you. I'm at Firehouse Subs. We had a soccer tournament for my daughters, and I walk in. This was back in early 2000s, I think. But I walk in Firehouse Subs, and there's Mia Hamm and Nomar Garcia-Parra. I'm in Chapel Hill. And so I walk up and I say, "Excuse me, Nomar. I mean, no disrespect, but I would like to get a picture with your wife." So I take the picture with Mia Hamm. I knew who Nomar was. I didn't even get a picture with Nomar. I was kind of excited to just see Mia Hamm. But hopefully they pay homage to those ladies. Continue to pay homage. I think that history is very important. Not only American history, which we don't seem to teach our kids the true American history. I'm not going to get into that right now, but we don't teach our kids the true American history. But history in sports is very important to know the guys that played before you. Like me, being a former basketball player, I make sure that I pick, when I see an older dude that played in the NBA long before me, even the dudes that played at NC State before me. Like one of my favorite guys that played at NC State was Art Jones. Art Jones, one of my favorite guys to hang out with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's much older than me. Kenny Matthews. I go down the list. Derek Whittenburg. I go down the list. Thurl Bailey. All of them. But I pay homage to them guys. I often ask guys sometimes for advice about things. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been around, and I'm 51. And I don't know everything. So I ask guys for advice. Help me out with this right here. How can I do better with this right here? So I think it's important, especially in sports, to pay homage to the guys or the ladies that played before you, that paved the way. Because now, with Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan, Julie Ertz, with the stand that they're taking, they're paving the way now for the younger generation. And the younger generation, when women are making more money, when they start making more money, they better remember them, because they put it on the line. They've got a lot of people hating on them, especially Megan Rapinoe. On my little Facebook feed, I was getting things where people was hoping that she get hurt. These are other Americans. Like, what's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, she fighting for something that's right, So hopefully that, when they do, because it's gonna happen. When they do, when my daughters are older and hopefully playing for the U.S. women's national team, they will be, paying homage to them, in the future. So yeah, so that's that. Okay. Next thing, NBA Summer League going on. I got a couple cats that's been standing out. The cat from Michigan that's playing with the Knicks. He's been standing out. His pronunciation of his name, I'm not gonna jack it up. So I should have gotten the pronunciation first and then said it. But he had 30 the other night. But the way he got it, 30 is cool. Like RJ Barrett had 21 last time. I'm glad to see him playing better, figuring out the NBA game. But he was like 6 for 17. That's not a good percentage for RJ. RJ has to become more efficient. So, he can't just be out there jacking up shots, just to try to get up, try to get going. He pass and cut. You have to play off of a guy. He might have to pass to Kevin Nuts, cut to the basket, get a nice drop pass, layup, get yourself going. So RJ Barrett has to become more efficient. The Chris Clemens kid, who I've been telling people about for years, Chris Clemens is out there killing. He can shoot the ball. He can score the ball. He is today's point guard. Isaiah Thomas was the point guard model, John Stockton, when I played. Point guards that pass first. Now you have, Russell Westbrook. You have Damian Lillard. Who else? There's a bunch of guys out there, but most of your point guards today are score first point guards, which I don't have a problem with, So Chris Clemens is a score first point guard who's getting better and better and better at being able to run an offense. You know what I'm saying? But he's a score first point guard that deserves a shot at playing against the A-level guys. You know what I'm saying? He's an extremely gifted athlete, probably about 5'9", 5'10". Will go up and dunk on you. Built like a a linebacker. But I'm really proud of him and what he's doing. And the kid Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro has been shooting the ball and been very efficient. You know, Tyler Herro, 3 for 7 from 3-point land, which is last night 3 for 7 3-point land, which is about 48%. That's good from a 3-point shot. You know, you want to be at least about 37, 38% when you shoot the threes. So Tyler Herro, great job. And Miami was getting killed about picking him. You know, so for Miami, that's a steal. They got a steal in the draft. He got picked kind of 13, 14 around there. And people were killing him for picking him. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome to see those guys shining. And there's been other guys, but those guys have stood out to me and who I've watched the most. I haven't been able to see everybody. I've seen a few highlights of the guy in New Orleans going up dunking, giving him the old Tom Chambers dunk. But I have not seen everybody, but those guys stood out from what I've seen. There's 30 teams out there, and it's been pretty good, even without Zion. And as far as Zion goes, Zion, you got to get yourself in some shape. Probably he came in probably a little overweight. If he wants to play in the NBA and have a nice long career, 265 is the goal weight. 265, that's the goal. And anything under that is fine, but 265, that's the weight that you got to play at, my man, because it's too much pounding. 82 games. I know they're trying to do away with the back-to-back games, but it's a lot of pounding on you. So try to get your weight down, big bro. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully, I wish I could run into him around here. I have not. When he was around here, he was all over the place. I saw kids taking pictures with him. I'm like, man, I hope I run into the guy, so I can talk to him, because he seemed like a level-headed guy, a level-headed young man that you can approach and talk to him about the game of basketball. But see that's that. The ESPYs, okay. I'm not gonna go on and on with who won what. Okay, cool. Alex Morgan, Female Athlete of the Year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Male Athlete of the Year. Women's Soccer, Women's Team of the Year. I want to talk about the guy that came out in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? The guy that came out with no arms, born with no arms and no legs. I mean, things like that. If that doesn't inspire you as a person, that has 2 arms and 2 legs and has all your limbs, if that doesn't inspire you to go out and try to achieve your goals, I don't know what else will. I played for Jim Valvano. So, those speeches that he gave at the ESPYs, we heard them all the time in the locker room. So, when everybody was going crazy about it, I remember on the 30 for 30, Terry Gannon said, my man Terry Gannon, the Cannon Gannon, said on the 30 for 30 that, he said, those speeches that you guys saw, we saw them every day. And that's true. Like, people went crazy on the ESPYs with Coach Valvano's speech. We saw that's what we saw every day. Coach Valvano made you believe you were better than what you were. He built you up. You know what I'm saying? And that, it was, he was the reason I came to NC State. I knew nothing, him, Lorenzo Charles, Ernie Myers, Chris Washburn. I knew nothing about NC State, but I knew about them, So, if this guy in the wheelchair doesn't inspire you to do good things, and what the quote he says, focus on what you can do, not what you can't. So focus on what you can do. The things you can do them well. Do them to the best of your ability. I think that's just awesome, this guy. So I've watched it a couple of times, and it's inspired me, to wanna come out here and just be positive. Not only that, but that helps. That adds to wanting to be more positive, wanting to just do something good, and want to be a good role model for young people. And a role model for adults too. All right, so let's see what else. Okay. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, if you have some suggestions on how I could be better, Drop a like, drop a dislike. But when you drop that dislike, man, drop it and say why. Say how I could get better. I'm all for constructive criticism. So there it is. I'm not trying to waste nobody's time or nothing like that. But I want people to listen, and I want people to have fun listening and say, you know what, I like that dude. Or Chuck, you could do this better. Send me a message. That's cool. I get people to like, even on my Facebook Live, people send me messages and say, hey, try this right here. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to, you want to talk about something, you want me to touch on something, or you want to know my opinion about something, stick it in the comments. This is my YouTube channel. I'm trying to expand it, get it out there, let some of my opinions be out there. So hey, it is what it is, and like I always try to leave with something positive. So what I'm saying, again, be nice to people. It's not that hard. It's the little things that count, and being nice is one of those little things. So this was day 2 of and I'm gonna do these daily. So hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. I'm gonna tell my friends. Tune in. Let me know what you think. Appreciate your time. Y'all be good. Stay blessed. We'll holler at you later. Peace.